Hi, everybody. Good Wednesday evening to you. Welcome to VypeFortBend.com coverage of Fort Bend County baseball. I am Roger Smith. We're going to hurry through the Batter Up show and bring it to you in just a minute. Want to let you know we've got the Angleton Wildcats visiting the Kempner Cougars, and it's a district game. That's why we're excited about it. We like tournament baseball, but it's just so much better when something is truly on the line, which it is. The Kempner Cougars leading their district with a record of 1-0 because they beat Angleton just a few nights ago. All right, we'll be back, and we'll talk to Brian Lestraka, head coach of the Angleton Wildcats, as we bring you the Batter Up show prior to Angleton against Kempner. We'll be right back.
For nearly a decade, Comcast has been helping students get ready. We've connected 4 million low-income students to low-cost, high-speed Xfinity internet. We're working with hundreds of school districts across the country to sponsor free internet and laptops. And now, we're turning 1,000 community centers into lift zones, Wi-Fi-enabled safe spaces to study, so more students have the tools they need to be ready for anything. Learn more at comcast.com/education.
Good Wednesday night to you, and welcome to the Batter Up show as we have Angleton and Kempner in district baseball. And it's time to talk to Brian Lestraka, the head coach of the Wildcats. And I think I'm going to ask you and Coach Folkerts the same question. You know, a lot of teams don't even get to start playing their district games until the week of spring break or sometime around there. And you have already broken the seal on the district season and are playing Kempner in a game that counts for the second time. Tell us, first of all, about the last game and what you need to do in this one.
Yeah, you know, we're in a unique situation when we play while we're still kind of in tournament season. And last week, you know, I thought we played a pretty good game. You know, we pitched well, played okay defense, and we just hit balls right at people. And when you do that, and you look at the box score, we didn't light up a box score with a lot of strikeouts. It was just we were hitting some good balls right at people, and they made plays. And you know, for this game, our what we're trying to do is, you know, keep playing our solid ball and find holes and get people on base and score runs, because that's part of the game.
Why do we love baseball so much when you can do the right thing, which is square it up?
Yeah.
And it makes an out, and sometimes you just hit a little bleeder or bloop it over the infielders and you get a hit. It just doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, well, it doesn't seem fair, but in all it is fair. I mean, because then you'll have the bloop that'll go in and you'll hit a ball hard and they'll catch it. So to me, that's part of the fairness of the game, and that's what makes the game great, and that's what keeps me coming out and keep me wanting to do my job. And if I didn't like it, then I wouldn't be coming out here. So,
well, for Kempner and for Angleton in the various sports, being in the district that you're in is just very difficult. There's quality all over the place. Is the quality up and down the district in baseball as strong as it is in football and basketball and so forth?
Oh yeah, I think definitely. You know, there's some teams out here that they got some great ball players on them, and kids that can go out there and pitch well and hit well and run and do everything you can that you need to do in baseball. And it's great to go out there because this is the first time stint we've been in with Kempner. Last year being the first year in the district, and this year the second year with them, and then next year we'll be out. But it's nice to go and see different teams, and when you get to go in different districts and from when they do the realignment every 2 years. So it's great to go out and play different teams, and you know, because it kind of keeps you on see where you are in comparison to other people around and where your program is.
We're talking with Brian Lestraka, head coach of Angleton. And one final question. Tell us about the young man that you're putting on the mound to start tonight's game.
Sure, yeah. We're putting up a junior, Reagan James, and we think he's one of our, I would say our number one pitcher, either 1A or 1B pitcher, and because we're in a boat where we need to win this game. We need to split with Kempner, and we're going to put our best up and hopefully against their best, and at the end of the game, the best team is going to prevail.
And for me, the season is young. This will be my fourth baseball broadcast. Kind of have to wrap up basketball before we do that. But I have a new favorite baseball name. It's Hayden Hibbets. I like alliteration, and it's just very catchy.
Yeah, I know. Hayden's a great guy. He's a senior. He's one of those guys that'll play multiple positions. He pitches. He can play anywhere on the infield, and he's one of those kids that we got to have in the lineup because he's going to find a way to get on base every day.
And it is Hibbets, not Hibbets, right?
Correct. It is Hibbets.
If I don't ask, I'll say it wrong, and I don't want to say it wrong. Thanks for being with us on the Batter Up Show.
I appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
All right, that is Brian Lestraka of Angleton. We'll be back with Eric Folkerts of your Kempner Cougars when we return on VypeFortBend.com. Our coverage is brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. Also by First Tire and Automotive with 4 great Fort Bend County locations, including on Eldridge Road in Sugar Land, not too far from Kempner High School. Also Archer Volkswagen and the Needville Insurance Agency. We'll be right back with Coach Folkerts.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store, or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, OfficeMax, and OfficeDepot.com.
Welcome back to the Batter Up Show on a cool night at Kempner High School. They're playing their second district game of the season against the Angleton Wildcats, a team that they've already beaten once. And first of all, Coach Eric Folkerts, this is the first time that we've seen you this year to talk about how it's been going. You're 1-0 in district, but beyond just that one game, how has it been going for the Cougs?
Well, we're 4-5, and we're about 500. We've pitch well sometimes, we hit well sometimes, and not always on the same day. So that's what makes a 500 team. But the most important stat is that we have the one win in the category in the district.
And it's also very important that the other team had no runs whatsoever when Nathan Jacobson faced Angleton the first time. And I might not be a smart man, but if the other team doesn't score, they can't beat you.
Your chances of winning go up incrementally, yes, sir.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that the young man that I refer to as the Chicken Nugget is going to be out there on the mound. The reason for that is when he was back in Little League and playing on the same team as my son, he was kind of a runt, to be honest, but he was obsessed with chicken nuggets. He couldn't stop talking about them. About 3 years passed, and I had not seen him, and he was still pretty small. But the first word I hear out of his mouth is chicken nuggets, and he wasn't even talking to me. Anyway, obviously he's a big old boy now and very strong and a power pitcher. Is that the best way to characterize his pitching?
Yeah, he's really grown over the last 2 years. He started to fill out. He went through a great weight program over the off season and came back with added velocity. He had a nice two-seam fastball that got him a lot of ground balls last year, and he's got it again, but he's added a little bit of velocity. He's added a very nice curveball, and you might even see the split finger tonight, Roger, from time to time.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Maybe not for your catcher, but speaking of your catcher, I guess that's Drew, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Drew Walker, I consider him to be one of the best throwing catchers in the Houston area. Whatever classification you want to put on it, I think he throws with the best of them.
And beyond throwing, just looking at the measurables on offense, it's as if he's leading your team, it seems like, in nearly every category. And was this anything of a surprise, or did you know that he was going to play this well in what I believe is his senior season?
When Drew has a good approach at the plate and doesn't try and overswing, Drew's a pretty good hitter.
All right. Also, usually you have a flag somewhere here, and there it is. It's in straightaway center. It's not too often that you see the flag that, shall we say, inactive, but maybe you think there's a good chance we'll see some long balls tonight?
Well, we do have a small park, and sometimes you get some good swings on a ball, and sometimes you get lucky. We've had a couple of guys hit home runs already this year, not here in this park. But we just want to make sure we score one run more than they do tonight, Roger.
Well, it would be great if you can get the win and go 2-0 in district play, because there are plenty of tough games that await you. But just this warning to our listeners, if you're driving on Voss Road, going especially in an easterly direction, and the lights are on and they're playing baseball here, just be ready. There could be a ball coming at you from your right. Anything else you want to say before we get this one going?
Man, I tell you what, they're going to give us everything they got. Coach Brian Lestracco over there does a great job with his kids, and they're big kids. They get up there and swing the bat, and we're going to do our best to hold them down again and come out here with a W.
Yeah, and you can, even though you've already beaten them once, you can say you're the underdogs because that's one of those one-school ISDs. They put all of their resources into that team, so you get the win, and that's going to be a significant accomplishment.
Well, we'll put them 2 games back in the win-loss column, which is always a good thing. That way any tiebreaker happens to come up, then we have the edge over them. So it's always good to get a sweep on a team. Appreciate your time, and good luck tonight to the Kempner Cougars. That's Eric Folkerts, head coach of Kempner, and we'll be back with the first pitch when we return on VypeFortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there is one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
The Kempner Cougars are in the field, and Nathan Jacobson is throwing his warm-up tosses. Here's the starting lineup for the visiting Angleton Wildcats. Leading off and playing center field, Matthew Uribe. Jackson Phipps is in left field and batting second. Batting third is Reagan James, who is the pitcher and hitting for himself in tonight's game. Aiden Nolasco, the first baseman, bats cleanup. Batting fifth, it's Hayden Hibbets at third base. Preston Wilson is catching and batting sixth. Carrion Goins is in right field. He bats seventh. Batting eighth, it's Evan Farr, the designated hitter, batting in place of the left fielder, Jason Jones. And Jacob Monaco bats ninth, and he is playing second base. For the Kempner Cougars, you got Nathan Jacobson on the mound. The other defense, Drew Walker is the catcher. Cole Jarno at first base. Thomas Moss at second. Anthony Marino at short. Peter Garcia, the third baseman. Colton Green in left field. Cody Cuffle in center. And Corbin Evers is in right field for the Kempner Cougars. Tell you about what Mr. Nathan Jacobson has done thus far. 13 innings pitched. This is his third appearance, and all of them have been starts so far. He's got a record of 1-0. He's given up 11 hits in those 13 innings, 3 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, 13 strikeouts, and an ERA, a sparkling ERA, I should say, of 1.62, and his whip, that is walks and hits per innings pitched, 0.92. That is also pretty sparkling, leads the team in 1, 2, 3 innings with 3 of those, and he has not given up any long balls. Drew Walker makes the throw down, and we are ready to go. The first hitter, Matthew Uribe, batting .483 for the Angleton Wildcats with an on-base percentage of .571, 14 hits on the season. He's got 4 doubles, 1 triple, a homer, and leads the team in RBIs with 10. And we are ready to go, right-hander versus right-hander, to start off the matchup. Uribe crowding the plate a little bit from the right-handed box, and Jacobson starts him with a low fastball. He throws that two-seamer, and every once in a while he'll throw the split finger. Slightly open stance for Uribe. Jacobson rocks and fires. Swinging a little tapper that goes foul wide of third, picked up by Peter Garcia over there. The Cougars' next district game is on the 11th of March, and it'll be against Lamar Consolidated. In between, they'll have some non-district action. 1-1 the count. Jacobson brings it. There's a pitch on the outside corner, burned it off, and it's 1-2. We usually get wind at Kempner. It's usually blowing out strong toward left field, but tonight, not so. It's just not really doing much. It is cool, I will tell you that. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a ground ball up the middle past the diving Anthony Marino into center field, and It's Matthew Uribe taking a 1-2 pitch into the outfield, hard on the ground. And, you know, that's the specialty really for Nathan Jacobson, is to get those ground balls. But sometimes they don't go at your fielder. So that's baseball, as they say. Now Jackson Phipps, F-I-P-P-S, Phipps. He bats second and plays left field. And we'll see if Uribe tries to swipe a bag. I don't know if you want to run on Drew Walker, though. Jacobson brings it. Pitch down and away for a ball. I'm dying to know how cold it is out here. Somebody said a balmy 55. And there's a quick throw over, but Uribe is back in. Yep, that's right. Sugarland 55, sure enough. We all have the same kind of phones, so I guess we never disagree about the temperature. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a tapper that goes foul, and it rolls over off the cinder block front of the Kempner dugout on the third base side. We've got a symmetrical ballpark, and down the lines it's pretty short. I'm going to have to measure it because I'm really not sure. They painted over the numbers, but I believe it's 309 feet down each of the lines. And not too deep to straightaway center, but they do have the taller fence, the 18-footer. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Phipps. Jacobson brings it, and that could be two. Marino dives, but it goes past him again. Uribe is going to stop at second. So a pair of singles basically up the middle by these Angleton Wildcats, and they are in business already. So Reagan James comes up. James hitting .346, .438 on-base percentage. And a lefty hitter to face Jacobson. Cougars very handsome uniforms tonight with the maroon pinstripes, the white caps with the maroon visors, and, of course, the maroon numerals and letters. Jacobson looks back at second, brings the first pitch, and time was called prior to the pitch. Angleton's got some pretty nice road unis with the gray pants, purple tops with the gray letters and numerals with the darker shade of purple outlining them. And here comes the first pitch of the at-bat for Reagan James. And he powers it toward Marino. He's going to step on second for one, across, and his throw is wild, and that'll score a run. Uribe comes home, and safe at first is Reagan James. And because he threw it so far, if there was no netting on top of the Angleton dugout, it would have gone onto the softball field where they're still playing. It's 12-5, the Terry JV over the Cougars girls. For those of you scoring at home, and now we have an interesting dugout celebration for Angleton. Hopefully for Kempner's sake, there's not too much of that. But Angleton is off to a great start. So I guess you'd say that Reagan James hit into a fielder's choice, and then you have the E6, the high throw by Marino, gets him to second. Meanwhile, it's going to be Aiden Nolasco, the first baseman. He looks like a power hitter. Nolasco, .211 hitter on the season, but a .348 on-base percentage. So one out. Uribe has already scored, and Nathan Jacobson just had a little conversation with Coach Folkerts, and he'll see what he can do here. Runner at second base, that is James. Nolasco takes the first pitch down and away with a breaking ball. This game was originally scheduled to be played last night. Just too much precipitation, but it's good for baseball if you don't mind it being 55. There's a pitch on the outside corner. Nice location by Nathan Jacobson. Wears number 33. Looks in at his catcher, Drew Walker, who sets up right in the middle. Pitch to Nolasco, and that's a ground ball toward Marino at short, and it goes through him. And there's a attempted play at third base, a throw from the left fielder Green to try and get James moving from second to third. Didn't get him, so that'll be a second E6 of the inning. So 2 hits, 2 errors, 1 run in. James is now at third, and Nolasco is at first base. Hayden Hibbets, the third baseman, comes up. Hayden's batting average .320, and his on base is at .393. Open stance from the right-handed box. Runners at the corners. Attempted bunt. He offers at it, but it's a strike. It was a strike because it was offered at, not because it was in the zone, because that was a nice breaking ball by Jacobson. 1-0, top of the first. Angleton on top. Jacobson nods at his catcher, brings the breaking ball. That is also a strike. That one, the called strike. And it's 0-2. You need more sound, don't you? We're going to get you more sound. I'm going to talk and get you that at the same time. Jacobson ready. Comes set, looks over at first, brings it. There's a ground ball toward first base. On to second for 1. Back to first, but not in time for the double play, and another run scores. And by the way, it was not James running, but they had Frazier running in his place. Callan Frazier came home to score the second run. There are 2 outs, but a runner at first. I still haven't gotten you that extra sound. I'll hook it up during the commercial. Jacobson ready as he's ready to work to Preston Wilson. So Hibbett safe on the fielder's choice. He's at first. Jacobson taking his time. Now brings the 0-1 down and away. Count evens up. Preston Wilson's at .273 on the young season. On base, .467. 1-1 coming, swings and going deep, or trying to go deep, but he taps it foul back behind home plate. If you don't like it cold, well, you can blame me. I put on my winter caps and gloves and all that. I put them away today. That's why this has happened. Here's the 1-2. Up and in, just missed him. So the count 2-2 on Preston Wilson. 2 outs and a runner at first base. That's Hibbets. But 2 runs have already scored. Righty to righty, Jacobson working to Preston Wilson. Swing and a tapper that bounces off the plate and then off of the shin of Preston Wilson. You know, the Astros had a player named Preston Wilson a few years ago. I think he wore number 44. Wilson digging in with a back foot. Walker wants a target on the outside. Here comes the 2-2. Down and away. Let's get that new microphone in there. Don't worry, that won't continue. You have to put a little piece of tape down here to make sure the scratch doesn't come your way. Okay, so this sounds more like a baseball game. All right, we're ready. 3-2, so the runner will be moving. Wilson digs in. Again, an outside target set up by Walker, but a throw over to first. Cole Jarneau is holding the runner there. Not like at the prom, but, you know, keeping him close to the base. Hibbett's taking a conservative lead over there. Jacobson nods at his catcher. Brings the 3-2. Hibbett should be going, but he's not. The scoreboard says 3-2 with 2 outs. So I guess the score was wrong. The scoreboard was wrong. It was actually 2-2. That was ball 3. Now Hibbets will be moving with the pitch. But not before Wilson steps back in. Now he's in there. Jacobson's long look at Walker. Come on, let's do this already. Here's the pitch. High fly ball down the right field line. Moving over is Corbin Evers, and it's foul, and he can't get to it. Foul by about 4 feet, and we'll do it all over again. Jacobson is having to throw way more pitches than Coach Folkerts wanted him to have to throw in this top of the first. All right, here we go again. Hibbett's ready to run. Wilson digs in. 3-2 on the way. And that's a one-hopper to Marino. He's going to go to first with it in time to get the out, and that retires the side. However, 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors by the Kempner Cougars, who are coming to bat right after this on VypeFortBend.com.
For nearly a decade, Comcast has been helping students get ready. We've connected 4 million low-income students to low-cost, high-speed Xfinity Internet. We're working with hundreds of school districts across the country to sponsor free internet and laptops. And now, we're turning 1,000 community centers into lift zones, Wi-Fi-enabled safe spaces to study, so more students have the tools they need to be ready for anything. Learn more at comcast.com/education.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
And Angleton in the field with their man on the mound, that being Ray. ERA for the right-hander, Reagan James, and he'll pitch to Cody Cuffle, the center fielder for your Kempner Cougars. Cody Cuffle hitting .296. First pitch to the left-hander is high for a ball. Cody's on-base percentage .457. He's slugging .370. He's the best base stealer that Kempner has, 7 of 8 for the year. So get him on base, and usually good things happen. He also has 4 hit by pitches, so he leads the team in bruises. Pitch on the outside corner, there for a strike. 1-1 as James works to him. We'll give you the defensive setup for Angleton in just a moment. Curveball down in the dirt, and it's 2-1. Wilson is the catcher, Nolasco at first base, Monaco at second. Jones is the shortstop. Hibbets at third base, Phipps in left field, Uribe in center, and Goins in right. Here's the 2-1. High chopper, and it goes over the glove of James. This will be a tough play, and safe at first is the speedy Cody Cuffle. Give him an infield hit. It was just tough luck for Angleton because James came off. Right-handed hitter. In his senior year, he's been a prodigious player ever since he was in 6th grade. First pitch is down and away for a ball. Cody Cuffle kind of straying off of first, bluffing a move to steal. Nathan Jacobson waits to bat second. There's a throw over, and Cuffle is back in. Marino has 4 hits on the season and 4 RBIs. He's also been hit by a pitch 4 times. So he's not too far behind Cuffle in bruises. Swing and a foul back into the very high screen here at Kempner on a 55-degree night. The foul ball needed to be picked up, and Nathan Jacobson is on it like a chicken nugget. 1-1 the count on Marino. The catcher, Wilson, looks over at his dugout on the first base side. Relays the signal to James, who makes a throw over. And Nolasco applies the tag, but too late. And here comes the delivery. And it's fouled back into the screen once again. The count's still 1-2 on Anthony Marino. Kempner 4-5-1 on the season, but they are 1-0 in district games after defeating Angleton 4-0. And let's see, that game was played on March the 1st. My brother Peyton's birthday. There goes Cuffle, and there's a high fly ball to center field. And it looks like Cuffle's going to have to go back. He will. Uribe gloves it, gets it back in, and there's one out.
Now batting number 33, Nathan Jacobson.
By the way, speaking of birthdays, you know whose birthday it is? It is Mickey Gilley's birthday. And I found out something today that I did not know. Mickey Gilley, that's not Mickey Gilley's music, by the way. Mickey Gilley was a cousin to Jimmy Swaggart. Now Nathan Jacobson standing in, looks at a curveball in there. A beauty from James. Jacobson's hitting .333. And there's another throw over. They're paying a lot of attention to Cody Cuffle. 9 hits for Nathan on the season in 27 at-bats. 3 RBIs. Reagan James takes a moment to tuck in his jersey a little bit better. I'll bet an umpire told him to do that because teenagers don't usually do that unless an authority figure they have to answer to tells them to do so. All right, Jacobson ready for the 0-1. He's really ready. Here it comes. Breaking ball, and he chops it over to the on-deck circle on the left side, where Thomas Moss waits to bat next. Later this week, if the weather is okay, and it might not be, on Friday night we're going to go to Dulles and have the game between the Vikings and the Huntsville Hornets. I think there's a 70% chance of rain on Friday. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and down goes Jacobson. 2 away, rather.
Now batting, Mr. Thomas Smalls.
It is 2-0 Angleton after the Wildcats scored twice in the top of the first, so it's up to Thomas Moss, the Kempner second baseman, to keep this thing going. He's got some pretty impressive hitting numbers. 10 hits leads the team, 4 doubles also leads the team, and he leads the team in RBIs with 6. And he looks at the first pitch, strike at the knees. Thomas Moss has scored 7 runs. He's got a slugging percentage of .607. That's tops on the club. And if they can get him on, he's 6 for 6 in steals. Moss ready, swings at a curve, and comes up empty. It's 0-2. And by the way, after we have that Friday game, cross your fingers, Dulles against Huntsville, we'll have 2 games on Saturday. Elkins at Shadow Creek, and then Austin hosting these Angleton Wildcats. Swing and a miss on a fastball strike, and it doesn't matter. They throw on down to first base to go after a base runner. That would have been the 4th out if they had gotten the base runner. So we're done in the first inning. Kempner comes up with no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on base. And we'll continue on VypeFortBend.com, 2-0, Angleton going to the 2nd.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
We start the 2nd inning. Angleton leading 2-0, and they lead off with Carrion Goins, the right fielder, facing the right-hander Nathan Jacobson, who rocks and fires the first pitch. Breaking ball, got the outside corner, 0-1. Goins to be followed by Evan Farr, the DH, and then Jacob Monacle. No wind at Kempner. That's a rare thing. Nathan Jacobson brings the next pitch, and it's outside for a ball. Of all the high school stadiums, the high school baseball ballparks, the Kempner Cougars is closer to Constellation Field than any other. You know, Constellation Field, home of the Sugarland Space Cowboys. 1-1, down and away, 2-1 the count on Carrion Goins. He's hitting .217 with a .308 batting average. He's got a double and a triple, and he's 3 for 3 in steals, so you want to keep him off the bases. Here comes the 2-1. In there for a strike. It's a 55-degree night here in Sugarland. Glad you're listening on VypeFortBend.com. It's always free to listen live like this or listen later on the podcast, which you might actually be listening to the podcast too. A pitch fouled back. It's now 2-2. Carrion Goins, right-handed batter with the white shoes. Stands pretty tall in the batter's box. 2-2 on the way. Swing and just got a piece of it to stay alive. Kempner has a guy in professional baseball. Simeon Woods Richardson. Here's the 2-2 down and away. Could not get Goins to chase. And we've got a full count. Jacobson rocks and brings the 3-2. Swing and a miss. One away, and that is Jacobson's first strikeout. Now Evan Farr, the DH. Evan Farr, you can tell he's got power, right-handed hitter. Kind of hits from a deep crouch. Jacobson starts him with a fastball just below the knees, evidently. Over but low. And it's 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Outside corner strike. It's 1-1. Plenty of encouragement coming out of the Angleton dugout. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball just missed the inside corner, and a little hop from Jacobson that says he thinks that was a strike. This is a district game. It's the first broadcast we've done of a district game thus far. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2 on Evan Farr. Jacobson wiggles the ball in the glove, now brings the 2-2 outside, and the count goes full again. He's gone full to both hitters in this inning. Jacobson brings it. Swing and a miss. His second swinging strikeout of the inning. 2 down, and now Jacob Monacle, the second baseman. Monacle is hitting .263 with a .391 OBP in 2022, but he hits lefty. We mentioned at the start of the game that Jacobson has more 1, 2, 3 innings than anyone else on the staff. That's 3, and he has a chance to get his 4th here. Breaking ball burned off the outside corner. Just perfect backdoor curveball catching the edge of the zone to the left-handed hitter. 0-1. Monacle stands up straight in the batter's box. Here it comes, and he goes the other way over the glove of a leaping Peter Garcia at third base. Is rolling toward the left field corner. Monacle is going to pull into second with a double, turns, and then goes back. So a 2-out double by Jacob Monacle. Good to see Michael Pike, assistant principal of Kempner. I'm sure he was working right up until about 10 minutes ago, and now he's come out to the ballpark. Oh, he's still working, yes, of course, but he loves baseball, just like we all do. All right, so a runner at second, and Jacobson brings the first pitch to Matthew Uribe, the leadoff hitter, and it's in there for a strike. Uribe singled to lead off the game. A hard ground ball just to the left of shortstop Anthony Marino. Jacobson looks back at second. Nobody holding Monacle on. Swinging a ground ball towards first. Backhanded nicely by Jarneau. Goes to the bag himself, and that will do it for Angleton. No runs on 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on base. And we'll be back at Kempner on VypeFortBend.com. 2-0. Wildcats on top.
For nearly a decade, Comcast has been helping students get ready. We've connected 4 million low-income students to low-cost, high-speed Xfinity internet. We're working with hundreds of school districts across the country to sponsor free internet and laptops. And now, we're turning 1,000 community centers into lift zones, Wi-Fi-enabled safe spaces to study, so more students have the tools they need to be ready for anything. Learn more at comcast.com/education.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
We see all you do to get work done, whether it's keeping your office clean or redesigning your space for 3 or 300. Our business is to keep business going. Buy online and pick up in store or get free next business day shipping at Office Depot, OfficeMax, and OfficeDepot.com.
Brian Luna leads off for Kempner to start the bottom of the second. First pitch is high for a ball. By the way, we want to thank the folks at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land for taking care of business every day, and that enables us to bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. Pitch catches the outside corner, and I think that might have missed the strike zone as Reagan James works to the left-handed hitting Brian Luna. Pitch on the way, that's high and outside. So it'll be Luna, then Peter Garcia and Drew Walker for the Kempner Cougars here in the bottom of the second. They trail 2-0. Swing and a miss on a heater. 2-2 to Brian Luna. Slightly open stance for Luna, the DH. Here's the pitch by James, breaking ball, and it's a two-hopper. James has to come get it, bobbles it, throws late, but gets his man. You heard the dad say, staying with it, and that's what he did. That play goes 1-3, 1 out.
Now batting Peter Garcia.
Peter Garcia leads off. I'm sorry, not leads off, bats second. Garcia with 3 RBIs on the season and no homers to this point. Actually, 1 homer, I think. Yeah, 1 homer for Peter Garcia, who has lived 2 doors over from me for his entire life. Took the first pitch for a strike. James brings the next one, breaking ball in there. And it's 0-2. Peter's older sister, Nicole, probably the greatest softball player that Kempner ever had. Not bad at basketball either. Here's the 0-2. And that is high fly ball to right center. It's sending Goins back. He's under it. He squeezes it for the second out. So James started Garcia with a couple of curveballs and then brought him the Little League back before he had a, I don't know if you, it's not a soul patch. It's, what do you call it if it's the beard right on the tip of the chin? I don't know. Takes the first pitch, strike on the inside corner. James rocks and brings the 0-1. Inside corner strike. And it's 0-2. A lot of the Angleton players, despite the 55-degree temperature, are not wearing those long sleeve undershirts. Missing inside, and James started to run to the dugout like he had strike 3, but it is 1-2. Walker's been killing it with the bat. He's hitting .409 to lead the team, and he asked for time. Leads the team in on-base percentage with .552. OPS is 1.052. That also tops on the team. 4 RBIs on the season for Drew Walker. Here comes the 1-2, and that's a line drive single into center field. 2-out hit. The Cougars' second base hit of the game.
And now batting Colton Green.
Now Colton Green. He's got curly blonde hair sticking out of the back of his batting helmet. By the way, Drew Walker is going to come off the field. A courtesy runner replaces him temporarily, and that is Matthew Cisneros.
And pitch running for our catcher is Matthew Cisneros.
No relation to the former mayor of San Antonio. Left fielder Colton Green, right-handed hitter. Takes the first pitch down and away for a ball. He's got 3 hits on the season and has driven in 4 runs. He's drawn 5 walks. Here's the 1-0, checks his swing, and it's down and away 2-0. That's the first time that Reagan James has gone 2-0 on a Kempner hitter tonight. 2-0. Wildcats lead it as the Cougars bat in the bottom of the second. There's a throw over. Almost got him leaning, but not quite. That was close. Him being Matthew Cisneros. By the way, no stolen base numbers on Cisneros. I don't think they've told him to go yet. Swing and a miss on the 2-0 pitch, 2-1 to Colton Green. Colton's got a freshman brother in the Kempner program. Here's the 2-1. Checks his swing, ball in the dirt, and it's 3-1. Can't wait till it gets nice and warm in the ballparks. It's going to be fun. Here comes the 3-1. And there's a line drive over shortstop into short left center for a base hit. And after 2 out, a pair of singles for the Kempner Cougars. You got Cisneros moving over to second, and Colton Green standing on first base with a smile on his face. Now Cole Jarno. Kempner could really use a pick-me-up from the bottom half of the lineup. Jarno has 1 RBI this season. He has a chance to pick one up here. Check swing on a curveball that's a strike right down the middle. Not my style, said Cole. He's got 1 2-out RBI. And he has an opportunity to get one here. Pitch on the way from James. Breaking ball also in there, and it's 0-2. So Cole will need to go into big-time protect mode. You're listening to Vype, FortBend.com, your broadcast home for Fort Bend County sports. 0-2 on the way. Outside, 1-2. Again, Reagan James running toward the dugout like he thought he would get the called third strike, but the umpire got it right for sure. It was one of those attempts to try and get the hitter to chase. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. And bounces into the catcher Wilson, who tags Jarno, and that will do it for the Kempner Cougars here in the bottom of the second. They trailed 2-0 after no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. And we'll all sing Sweet Caroline here at Kempner when we return here on VypeFortBend.com. Angleton will send up Jackson Phipps, Reagan James, and Aiden Nolasco.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Good job, fans. All too soon, the music always ends. But back to baseball. Jackson Phipps, the left fielder. He singled and was forced out in the first inning. Nathan Jacobson, the starter for Kempner, still out there. And the first pitch to Phipps is a strike at the letters. There have been some famous guys in sports, last name Phipps, but usually it's Phipps. And Jackson spells his last name Fipps. Jacobson brings it. The 0-1 is sliced into right field. Evers pursuing, but he'll have to play it on a hop. He gets it back in quickly, and Corbin Evers, the quarterback part of the season for the Kempner Cougars, did a good job getting it back in, but it is a leadoff single for Jackson Phipps. Now Reagan James, who reached on a fielder's choice and advanced to second on a throwing error. His first time up, 2-0 Angleton, and they're threatening, getting the leadoff man here in the top of the third. Righty working to lefty as Jacobson brings it to James. Breaking ball, outside corner. I don't know how that missed, but evidently it did. Peter Garcia sneaking in a little bit from third base. He's got his feet on the grass, just in case there's a bunt attempt. James didn't square the first time. Here's the pitch. Down and away, it's 2-0. A nice stop by Drew Walker. And so James puts up his hand to make sure that Phipps doesn't take off. Let him know that the ball was in the catcher's possession. 2-0 the count. Jacobson from the stretch brings it. There goes the runner, and it's a foul ball down the left side, out of play. And going down there to get it, Brody Wood is going to go pick up the foul ball. Brody Wood's parents working in the concession stand here at Kempner. And by the way, the Kempner concession stand here at the ballpark is the only place in the United States that has not been affected by inflation. They have incredible, wonderful prices. It's actually too cheap. Good stuff, though. Pitch on the outside corner, called strike to Reagan James, and the count is now 2-2. Seriously, you probably ought to come on down to the ballpark right now and get something, because prices on pretty much everything else is going up. Prices are going up, sorry. The 2-2 to James. Breaking ball, just got a piece. That was a nice spoil swing. And it rattled off of Drew Walker, and we'll do the 2-2 pitch again. Outfield is straight away for Reagan James. And he asked for time. Jacobson made him wait a little bit too long. Here comes the 2-2. Breaking ball just missed down and away. Snap throw down to first, but Phipps is back into the bag in time. Nice tag applied by Cole Jarneau, but they were, I don't know, maybe 0.3 of a second late. The count full with nobody out and a runner at first in the top of the third. Reagan James, the lefty hitter, trying to get on for the second time. The first time it was on a fielder's choice. Jacobson brings the 3-2, and it's a bouncer. Jarneau has it, and he throws over to first to Jacobson, who couldn't put his foot on the bag, and everybody's safe. It was a tough play for Jarneau. It was a one-hopper, and he kept his feet. He had gone almost halfway to second to get the ball, and Jacobson was hustling over. He was kind of in the neighborhood, but he didn't have his foot on the bag, so have to call that a hit. And that pushes Phipps over to second. Now Aiden Nolasco hears opportunity knocking.
Go get them nunchucks going. Runner in front of you once. Get them nunchucks going. A lot of confidence.
Righty working on righty as Jacobson is kind of in a pickle, already trailing 2-0 here in the top of the third. Looks back at second. That's Phipps. And now there's a bunt attempt in the air. Jarno going after it. It's foul on the right and out of his reach. He was coming on hard. Hayden Hibbets waits to bat next. Aiden Nolasco reached on an error in his first plate appearance. Here comes the 0-1. Squares to bunt, but the pitch is high. 1-1. Hot food. Good to have on a cold night. I'm sorry. I say what I see, and I saw a lady walking by with hot food. Runners first and second, nobody out. The 1-1 pitch is bunted in the air, again in foul ground over by the Angleton dugout. Drew Walker makes a sliding attempt, but no way he was going to get there. I think Coach Folkerts will let Jacobson stay in for a long time tonight. Kempner's been out, hit 5-3. They trail 2-0. The 1-2 to Nolasco. Ground ball to second. Could be two. Moss to Marino for one and on to first for a double play. Kempner needed that. 4-6-3 it goes. All right, Hayden Hibbets comes up, and there's a runner at third. Phipps has gotten that far, and this could be huge later on. Whether Hibbets can get the man home or if Jacobson can keep the Wildcats off the board here in the top of the third. He's going to pitch from the windup with that singular runner at third. Hibbets looks at the first pitch, strike on the outside corner with a fastball from Jacobson. I call Phipps the singular runner because I think it's assumed he's single. You know, most high school students are. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball down and away, trying to get Hibbets to chase, but nothing doing. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time. Jacobson rocks in, brings the 1-1. That's high, and Walker fakes a throw down to third. Phipps was taking such a short lead, there's no way he would have been thrown out anyway. Here's the 2-1. And that's a line drive toward right field. Evers right there makes the catch. So Angleton threatens. They get a runner to third with two outs, but Jacobson puts out the fire, and we will go to the bottom of the third. It is 2-0. Angleton on top of Kempner. This is VypeFortBend.com.
For nearly a decade, Comcast has been helping students get ready. We've connected 4 million low-income students to low-cost, high-speed Xfinity internet. We're working with hundreds of school districts across the country to sponsor free internet and laptops. And now, we're turning 1,000 community centers into lift zones, Wi-Fi-enabled safe spaces to study, so more students have the tools they need to be ready for anything. Learn more at comcast.com/education.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
This exclusive VypeFortBend.com presentation of Kempner Cougars baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the future of awesome. By First Tire and Auto, 4 great Fort Bend County locations where you can get the very best prices on tires. You can get great service, anything that needs to be done to your vehicle so that it runs at its very best. All 4 of those locations are open Monday through Saturday. Visit firsttireandauto.com. Kempner fans, your best location is the one on Elridge Road, not too far from the campus. We're also brought to you by Archer Volkswagen and the Needville Insurance Agency. Top of the order, Cody Kuffel. Had a single in his first plate appearance, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. Reagan James looking good for Angleton with a 2-0 lead. His team missed an opportunity to up the lead in the top of the third, and Kempner needs to get to work on offense. There's a strike on the outside corner, and Kuffel is down 0-2. He'll be followed by Anthony Marino and Nathan Jacobson. We're at Kempner, where we usually have wind. There is absolutely none tonight. Outside with the fastball, Kuffel not chasing, and it's 1-2. I guess I should check the temperature. It was 55 last time I checked. Still 55, evidently. Here's the pitch. Hard ground ball toward first base. Nolasco up with it, makes the play himself. 1 away.
Now batting Anthony Marino.
Anthony Marino, who flied out to center field in his first at bat, stands in against Reagan James. First pitch to him, down and in. One thing that has just always been true about high school baseball games, there are always pretty girls at the games. And I see one right in front of me. She's about 2.5 feet tall. No, more like 3. Here's the 1-0. Check swing, but a strike on the outside corner. Marino now with a 1-1 count on him. Is that blue raspberry? She's eating one of those airhead things. Here's the 1-1. Little tapper by Marino, and it goes back near the on-deck circle. Jacobson picks it up there. Marino used to have a lot of hair sticking out of that helmet, but now he's looks a little more military, if you know what I mean. Here's the 1-2, and he rips it foul, almost hurt Coach Folkert. Nice move, Twinkle Toes. He stayed out of the way somehow. And the count is still 1-2 as Marino adjusts the Velcro on the gloves. James Roxanne brings the 1-2, breaking ball, and he fights it off. Foul in the grass to the left of third base. By the way, the little 3-foot girl is wearing an Indiana University top. That's not her. The 1-2 fouled out of play to the right this time. The reason I take note of the Indiana University top on this chilly night is one of my favorite songs by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers is Last Dance with Mary Jane, you know, about the Indiana girl. In fact, the song was originally titled Indiana Girl, but I think Mary Jane's Last Dance was a better title. Pitch inside on Marino. The count now even at 2-2. James holds the hands over the head. Now Roxanne brings the 2-2. Marino, hard ground ball toward third. Nice backhand by Hibbets, and he throws and got him! A one-hop throw to Nolasco. Oh, that was a dandy of a play. Hayden Hibbets. That was pretty impressive.
Jacobson.
I just wait out the music sometimes. So, wow, Hayden Hibbets. That was a gem. It went 5-3, so 2 outs and the bases clean for Jacobson, who struck out his first time. First pitch to him. Takes one in the dirt for a ball. Jacobson ready for the next one. James Roxanne brings it. Breaking ball. Tried to stop his swing. Did he go around? Did he foul it off? I'm not really sure. I guess he checked and did not make contact. So it's 1-1. No, actually, he did make contact. No, you know what? The umpire says that indeed he checked it and didn't make contact, so it's 2-0, not 1-1. There's a strike, 2-1. The scoreboard is incorrect. It says 1-2, but the umpire says 2-1. James brings the next one. Just inside. And it's now 3-1. Yes. James delivers with 2 outs and the bases empty, and Jacobson a line drive right at the shortstop, Jones. And that'll do it for Kempner, a 1-2-3 inning for Reagan James, and Angleton still leads it 2-0 after 3 on VypeFortBend.com.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Thank you, Bradley Stavanaugh and the Needville Insurance Agency team. They will shop dozens and dozens of carriers and find you the very best rate on your car and home insurance. They will save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars every year. They've done it for me. They will do it for you. Call them at 979-793-7411. Preston Wilson, Kerryon Goins, and Evan Farr to bat for Angleton. And the first pitch swinging. It's a 2-hopper to the third baseman. Garcia makes the throw over. Cole Jarno is right there. And 1 out after 1 pitch. Wilson is now 0 for 2, grounded out twice to the left side of the infield.
Right here. Close that front side, get a pitch like, get the ball hard.
Goins 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second. Righty versus righty as Jacobson continues to work for the Kempner Cougars. Roxanne fires. And that's a little quick one to Jarno. 2-hopper, and he scoops and steps on first. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Evan Farr, the DH, struck out in the second. And before he steps in, he's going to have a quick chat with his head coach. Brian Lestraco is in his 8th year, I believe he said. His 8th year as the head coach of the Wildcats. Pitch on the way. Outside corner, strike. They are the Wildcats, and they are purple. Abilene Christian is also purple. And I got a call from an Abilene Christian fundraiser prior to the game. Second pitch is a swinging strike. And Farr is down 0-2. Here comes the pitch, upstairs, and he had to lean out of the way just a bit. Don't forget, VypeFortBend.com coverage. Weather permitting, on Friday night we will have the game between Huntsville and the Dulles Vikings. Supposed to start at 6 p.m. I really wish they'd start at 7. Then on Saturday we'll have 2 games. Hold on, I'll tell you what they are. 1 and 2 bounces in. It's now 2 and 2 on Far with 2 outs and the bases empty. 2-0 Angleton, top of the 4th. So on Saturday at 10 o'clock, we will have Elkins at Shadow Creek at 10, and then at 1 p.m., the Austin Bulldogs hosting these Angleton Wildcats. 2-2 misses the outside corner. Jacobson wanted the call. He hopped up and down a couple of times. See if he can get that 1-2-3 inning. Pitch on the way. Check swing, ball 4. He walks the number 8 hitter. Now Jacob Monacle, who doubled when he came up. Lefty hitter. Stands tall in the box. Walker wants a target on the inside corner to the lefty hitter. Breaking ball is there. Strike 1. Jacobson brings the next one, and it's off the end of the bat, just to the left of the Kempner dugout. Yes, indeed. Go Kempner. That's Indiana girl there. The Hoosier. All right, 0-2 on Monacle. Jacobson brings it, breaking ball, and it's going to go between third and short. Backhanded by Marino, and it's too late to make a throw. Nothing he could do about that. And Jacob Monacle is now 2 for 2 with the double and a single. Evan Farr moves from first to second on that ground ball, and now to the top of the order. And Nathan Jacobson he's playing with fire a little bit, and I'm kind of wondering, are we going to see a visit from Coach Folkerts? We are going to see a courtesy runner, and that courtesy runner is Jason Jones. You know, I was following the, dang it. Okay, Jason Jones is in the lineup playing shortstop, but he's not batting, so that's why he can be a courtesy runner for Evan Farr. Now Matthew Uribe looks at the first pitch, and it's a strike on the outside corner at the knees. He's 1 for 2 with a first inning single, and he came around to score the first Wildcat run. Grounded out to first unassisted in the second. Here's the 0-1 to Uribe. Chops one foul on the left side. And coming over to get the ball for Kempner, that's Jerson Benitez. Jerson indeed. Jerson, the nice person, I would presume. I don't know Jerson yet. 0-2 on the way to Uribe, and it's a ground ball to Marino, to Hopper, and he's going to step on second and get the third out of the inning, and we will go to the bottom of the 4th. Kempner still trailing by a score of 2-0. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
For nearly a decade, Comcast has been helping students get ready. We've connected 4 million low-income students to low-cost, high-speed Xfinity internet. We're working with hundreds of school districts across the country to sponsor free internet and laptops. And now, we're turning 1,000 community centers into lift zones, Wi-Fi-enabled safe spaces to study, so more students have the tools they need to be ready for anything. Learn more at Comcast.com/education.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there is one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Thomas Moss leads off for Kempner in the bottom of the 4th. They trail 2-0 to Angleton. You know, I was thinking about it during that commercial break. There are a lot of teams that are purple and are the Wildcats. There's Angleton. There's Abilene Christian. First pitch, strike. Breaking ball at the knees to Moss. He's 0 for 1 tonight. Kansas State, the purple Wildcats. Downstairs for a ball, 1-1 on Thomas Moss. The Northwestern Wildcats out of Chicago, purple. Pitch on the way, and he checked his swing, and good thing he did. It was low. 2-1. A windless night at Kempner. That's a rare thing. Reagan James pitching just fine for Angleton, and Moss fights one off. Thought he had something there, but it goes back over the screen, and the count is 2-2. Outfield straight away for Thomas, who puts 1 foot out of the batter's box. Takes a quick practice swing. Now he's ready. James brings it. Called strike 3, and down goes Moss.
Now batting Brian Luna.
Third strikeout for Reagan James. Now the left-handed hitting Brian Luna. James hesitates in the middle of his windup and brings the strike. Plane going overhead. We're not too far from the Sugar Land Regional Airport. I believe Moss's older brother is working there at the Sugar Land Regional Airport. Hear that plane? I'm sure you do. Luna is 0 for 1 with a ground out back to the pitcher in the second. Swings and misses at a curveball. He's down 0-2.
Come on, Brian, let's go. You got it, Luna.
I was thinking the other day about Brian's song. You know that movie from the 70s? Very inspiring true story about Brian Piccolo and Gale Sayers. 0-2 pitch is high. 1-2 on Brian Luna. Ground ball towards first. No trouble for Nolasco. He's had several unassisted plays, and that one makes it 2 outs for Kempner in the bottom of the 4th.
Peter Garcia.
By the way, I don't know if you were watching the Local 2 news this morning. Peter Garcia standing in the bat. But we want to congratulate Kempner student Emily McCoy. She's the swim team captain. She was nominated by Assistant Principal Stephanie McDowell. She's the KPRC 2 Senior Scholarship winner. There's a pitch in the dirt, no swing by Garcia, and it's 1-0. So congratulations to Emily McCoy. She's going to be attending Texas A&M in College Station and major in mechanical engineering. Here's the 1-0. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1 to Garcia. You know, Coach Folkerts is an Aggie, and you're not ever supposed to say someone is a former Aggie, but I was thinking about something today. Here's the 1-1. And there's a line drive toward right field. It's going to twist back over the ahead of Goins. Garcia rounding first and heading into second. He will make it easily a double for Peter Garcia. Maybe that'll get something going for these Kempner Cougars, a 2-out double.
Now batting Drew Walker.
That ball was absolutely smoked, and Goins just kind of misjudged it. Came in on it a little bit. All right, Andrew Walker. This would be a good time to do something spectacular. Hitting .409 on the year coming in, and he singled in his first at-bat, so he's upped his average. Check swing on the first pitch in the dirt. No swing. Actually, he did. And it's 0-1. Rats. Walker steps in. He's pretty close to the plate there in the right-handed box. James looks back at second. Check swing downstairs. That time he did not go. And I'm going to watch the umpire's fingers. The scoreboard says 1-1, and that is indeed is the count. That indeed is the count. I threw in one too many is. Outside target set up by the catcher, Wilson. And for a moment there, Walker stepped out. Now he's back in, ready for the 1-1. On the way, outside corner strike. Drew being very selective, but he's got to swing at anything close here. Angleton has out-hit Kempner 6-4, and they lead it 2-0. Angleton lost to Kempner 4-0 a few days ago in their district opener, both teams' district opener. Walker ready. Swings at the curve and fought it off nicely. Beautiful spoil right there. And the bearded Brian Lestraco comes out of the dugout to retrieve the ball. Walker scratching around with that back foot. Ready for the 1-2. Here it comes. And he slices it down the right field line, but it is caught in foul ground by Nolasco. Nothing gets by Nolasco tonight. So that will do it for the Kempner Cougars. No runs on one hit, no errors, and one man left on base. And we will continue to the top of the fifth. It gets late early around here. 2-0 Angleton on VypeFortBend.com.
Hello, I'm Gary Horn with Horn Solutions. We agree with energy analysts that the energy market has stabilized. We anticipate significant merger and acquisition activity. Good resources are scarce. Horn Solutions is positioned to assist you in accounting, finance, IT, and supply chain. Our staff can assist you with outsourcing, or we can supply you with resources to join your staff. Visit hornsolutions.net for details.
Gary Horn is a highly successful businessman who has made a huge impact in people's lives, and he loves what he does for a living. That's a big reason why Gary Horn and Horn Solutions support Get a Great Gig. Get a Great Gig is a free job search consultation service that will help you find a job you love, whether it's to make more money or get personal fulfillment in the career of your choice. Email them at getagreatgig@gmail.com or on Twitter at getgreatgigs.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stavanaugh with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Angleton still has that 2-0 lead, and Nate Jacobson is still out there for Kempner. And he starts the top of the 5th inning with a curveball, and it's a strike to Jackson Phipps. Phipps to be followed by Reagan James and Aiden Nolasco. Pitch on the way. And that's a line drive right up the middle into center. That's a clean single right there. Cody Cuffle gets it back in for Kempner. That's the 7th hit for the Wildcats, and now the left-handed hitting Reagan James, who's in a position to be the winning pitcher, would like to help himself out right here. Another lefty hitter for Jacobson to face. First pitch, high fly ball to left field. Ranging back is Green. Now he moves toward the line, and he overran it. It drops in. Oh my goodness, we're going to have a runner at first and a runner at second. He was just hustling over, and the ball kind of twisted back deeper into fair territory. And you got to call that a single. So consecutive hits to open the top of the 5th, and Angleton is in business again. Now it's Aiden Nolasco. He's 0 for 2. He did reach on an error in the first, hit it at a double play in the 3rd inning. Angleton fans, we are going to have your Saturday game against the Austin Bulldogs. Ground ball past Garcia. It's going toward the left corner, and that's going to score at least 1 run. Around 3rd and coming home is Phipps, and Reagan James stops at 3rd. It's not Reagan James, it's actually Frazier running for Reagan James, but a double by Aiden Nolasco, and it is 3-0. 2 runners still in scoring position with nobody out. They've been rehearsing that. Ridgepoint kind of does something like that. Ridgepoint's purple, but they're the Panthers, not the Wildcats. Hayden Hibbets, first pitch, nice backhand by Drew Walker. That could have easily gone to the backstop. It's 1-0 on Hibbets. Reached on a fielder's choice and lined out to right field. He's 0 for 2. Jacobson brings it. Another nice backhand of a pitch in the dirt. Drew Walker is helping his team out, trying to keep the Cougars in it. They're down 3-0, and now we see Coach Folkerts is coming out of the dugout. And from where I am here at Kempner, I can't tell you if anybody's been warming up. So we'll step aside real quick and be back on VypeFortBend.com.
For nearly a decade, Comcast has been helping students get ready. We've connected 4 million low-income students to low-cost, high-speed Xfinity internet. We're working with hundreds of school districts across the country to sponsor free internet and laptops. And now, we're turning 1,000 community centers into lift zones, Wi-Fi-enabled safe spaces to study, so more students have the tools they need to be ready for anything. Learn more at comcast.com/education.
The conversation was short. Jacobson is still out there. It's still his game. Runners 2nd and 3rd, and the next pitch gets underneath Walker. A run will score. Frazier running for James, scores, and Nolasco moves from 2nd to 3rd. Still nobody out, and the count is 3-0 on Hayden Hibbets. He briefly walks on down toward 3rd base and talks to Coach Brian Lestraco. Jacobson rocks and brings it. Hibbets does not pull the trigger on the 3-0 pitch. It's downstairs for ball 4. Now it's Preston Wilson. He's grounded out twice. Coach Lestraco has moved way down from the 3rd base coaching box to where he's about 20 feet to the left of home plate. I guess he was telling the umpire that he's bringing in Elijah Chandler to run at third base in place of Aiden Nolasco. All right, now Preston Wilson. Runners at the corners, nobody out. Angleton has added 2 runs, and they lead 4-0. First pitch is a ball just below the knees. Evidently, somebody in the Kempner dugout is saying something about the balls and strikes. That last one did look pretty good, but it's 1-0. Jacobson brings it. Ground ball, and it's past Garcia down the left field line into the corner. Another run scores to make it 5-0. It's a double for Hayden Hibbets. Correction, it's a double for Preston Wilson. Hibbets had walked. Well, Angleton couldn't get any offense going to score the last time they played Kempner, and now they are moving them around a lot here in the top of the 5th. They've upped the lead from 2-0 to 5-0. Preston Wilson is going to come off, and it'll be Gage Dobbs running for him. So Nolasco scored. We got the runner at third, that's Hibbets. Runner at second is Wilson, who just doubled, and now Goins. And the first pitch to him is down and away for a ball. This game has gotten away from Kempner here in the top of the 5th as they trail 5-0. They've been out hit 10-4. Jacobson brings it. Here's a strike. 1-1. Good idea by Goins and the Angleton hitters to take until you get a strike. Jacobson brings the 1-1. Fly ball, foul, and twisting out of play on the right side. So unless Kempner can make a strong comeback, those Angleton boys are going to have a happy trip down 288. The 1-2, chopper towards second. Moss has it. He comes home with it, and no chance to make the play. It had to be a tag, and Hibbett scores the 6th run. Moss threw home, and I don't know if he thought there was a force. But give Goins an RBI there and a single. And now Evan Farr stands in. Correction, we're going to have a pinch hitter. Is Jason Jones. Farr has been hitting for Jones throughout the game, but now it's Jones up there hitting for himself. Runners at first and third. There goes the runner from first. Throw down, and Marino tries to apply the tag. And he's out. Got him. Drew Walker with an amazing throw. So Goins is caught stealing for the first out of this top of the 5th. And the pitch, by the way, was a strike. 0-1 to Jason Jones. Looks down at Coach Lestraco in the third base box. Just one runner. That's the runner at third. And a pitch on the outside corner to make it 0-2. On Jones. Four runs have scored in the inning. Pitch on the way, fouled out of play. Well, I say out of play, it was just off the screen, and Reagan James, who's been doing a lot of things well tonight, catches the ball ricocheting off the top of the net. Here's another foul ball, this one on the ground to the right side. Over there to retrieve it is Clayton Stewart, assistant coach. The pitch from Jacobson. outside to make it 2-2. Jacobson rocks and brings the 1-2, and that is to right field. Evers back, leaping, and he can't get it. It's going to roll past him all the way to the fence. Another run scores to make it 7-0, and it's a double for Jason Jones. Big hitting night for the Angleton Wildcats. So Jones now at second. We are to the number 9 hitter in the order. Jacob Monacle, the second baseman. One out. And Jacobson is still out there chunking. Some people say the verb is chucking. Foul ball, bunted back to the screen. I remember the Astros had an announcer a long time ago. You got to be old to remember him, named Lowell Pass. He was on the radio along with Gene Elston, and when one of the Astros pitchers was doing well, he'd say, "Now you chunkin'." Here's the 0-1. Curveball outside. Monaco leaves it alone. Jacobson gets the sign from Walker. Comes set. It's a ground ball. Garcia has it. Looks the runner back to second. Throws to first in time for out number 2. And now we get to the top of the order. Matthew Uribe. Singled, grounded out to first, grounded out to shortstop. Or grounded to shortstop in a fielder's choice. Ended the 4th inning. So he is the 9th Wildcat to come to the plate here in the 5th inning. There's a high fly ball, foul in the air down the right side, and it will get over the fence. Evers gives it a look. Jason Jones is at second. He just doubled. Ground ball up the middle. Marino behind second, scoops it, throws to first in time, and that retires the side. But a lot of damage done. 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com. It is Angleton 7 and Kempner nothing as we go to the bottom of the 5th.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max.
Taking care of business.
Colton Green leads off for Kempner. They have a big hole to climb out of. They're down 7-0. Angleton just adding 5 runs in the top of the 5th. First pitch to him is a ball, and Reagan James brings the next one. That's a strike on the outside corner at the knees. To Colton Green, whose hair kind of looks like Thor, except a little curlier. Breaking ball, and he fights it off. Almost hits the light standard. Gets over onto the softball field. Green to be followed by Cole Jarneau, and then top of the order, Cody Kuffel. Reagan James nods at his catcher. Wilson rocks in, fires, swing and a miss. Down goes another Kempner Cougar on strikes. 1 away. That's the 4th strikeout for Reagan James. Cole Jarneau struck out in the 2nd. James brings the first one. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Righty working to righty. Here comes the 0-1. That's a ball inside, and it squirts out of the catcher Wilson's mitt. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball, and that's not really what Jarneau was expecting. He swung and missed. Reagan James has pitched to Jim thus far, scattering 4 hits. Gets another strikeout. That's number 5. 2 away, bases empty, and back to Cody Kuffel at the top.
Now batting Cody Kuffel.
That's I've heard that song before, but never as a walk-up song. Strike at the letters. Reagan James is dealing right now. Roxanne fires the 0-1, and it's a ground ball foul wide of first base. Run down by Nolasco. Be with us Friday night. If Mother Nature allows us, we'll bring you the game between Dulles and Huntsville. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball to second. Monaco has it. Short throw over to Nolasco, and that's that. 1-2-3 go the Kempner Cougars in the bottom of the 5th. We will head to the 6th. 7-0. Angleton on top.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stabenow with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
And coming into pitch for the Kempner Cougars is number 12, Jerson Benitez.
Yes, that's right. Jerson Benitez is on to pitch for the Kempner Cougars. Jerson has no wins or losses. He's pitched 9 innings, and this will be his 3rd appearance. His other 2 appearances were starts, so this is his first time out of the bullpen. He's given up 7 hits in those 9 innings, 10 runs allowed, 3 of those earned. So he's allowed a lot of unearned runs, and his ERA is actually pretty good at 2.33, and his whip, that is to say his walks per innings pitched, is at an even 2. But he has walked 11 people, and that's kind of how you get the 10 runs allowed, while your ERA is just 2.33. He does have a 1-2-3 inning this year. Hasn't given up any homers, and he starts off with Goins in the top of the 6th. Correction, it's supposed to be Phipps. Yeah, that's right, it's Phipps, my bad. Jackson Phipps has singled in the 1st, singled in the 3rd, and singled in the 5th. 3 for 3 night for Phipps. Breaking ball high. The most famous Phipps I remember in sports, there was this quarterback named Mike Phipps out of Purdue, played for the Cleveland Browns. The Browns should have upset the 1972 Miami Dolphins in a first-round playoff game. As a pitch is high, the count is now 2-1 on Jackson Phipps with an F, not a PH. Yeah, the 72 Dolphins are so overrated. There are at least half a dozen teams that didn't even reach the Super Bowl that were better than them. The planets all lined up. High fly ball to left field, ranging back, looking for it is Green. Now coming over to get it is Cody Cuffle as it kind of twisted away from Green. 1 out. So Jerson Benitez gets the first man that he faces. Fly ball to left center field. That's the first time the Cougars have been able to retire Jackson Phipps, and now Reagan James. He's the man tonight for Angleton. Left-handed hitter, first pitch swinging, ground ball to second. Thomas Moss fields it cleanly over to Jarno, 2 away. So Angleton doesn't really need any more runs. They just need to keep getting those outs. I heard barking. I can't tell if it's a real dog or a human imitating one. Yeah, it's boys. Yeah, that's right. Aiden Nolasco swings and misses at the first pitch from Benitez. Benitez, the right-hander, brings it. High fly ball in foul territory. Garcia moving over to the right of the bag. He's got it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Good job by Benitez. Let's rock the Casbah. We'll be back.
For nearly a decade, Comcast has been helping students get ready. We've connected 4 million low-income students to low-cost, high-speed Xfinity internet. We're working with hundreds of school districts across the country to sponsor free internet and laptops. And now, we're turning 1,000 community centers into lift zones, Wi-Fi-enabled safe spaces to study, so more students have the tools they need to be ready for anything. Learn more at comcast.com/education.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Well, fans, when we get into spring break week, that means that just about everybody in Fort Bend ISD is going to be playing on the Tuesday-Friday rhythm. For baseball and softball, it'll be, Tuesdays and Fridays unless there are weather postponements or something. So that's what we're looking forward to. Although in Class 5A, Kempner and Foster and Angleton are sometimes involved in games that aren't on Tuesday and Friday. This was going to be a Tuesday game, but rain yesterday. Anthony Marino leads off in the bottom of the 6th, 0-1, and then he lines one to right field, and that drops in, and it gets past Phipps. It's going to roll to the fence. Marino gets to the second. So that'll be a single and an error by Phipps.
Now batting Nathan Jacobson.
Now Nathan Jacobson, he is no longer on the mound for the Cougars, but he is still in the batting order, and he could do something to get a comeback started here. The table is set for him. James looks back at Marino. First pitch to Jacobson. He offers at it and fouls it back into the net. So his batting average with runners in scoring position is .300. That's not too bad. Sure would be good to get Marino home and get the 0 off the scoreboard. And James looks back at second. That's that move where they lift. Right-handed pitcher lifts the left leg and then turns towards second. Now he steps off, and James wants his catcher Wilson to give him some more info. He does. And he's ready to bring the 0-1. Jacobson looks at a curveball right down Voss Road. In there for a strike to make it 0-2.
You got it right here.
Maybe James will just kind of slip up and throw him a cookie, or in Nathan's case, a chicken nugget. Here comes the 0-2. Ground ball, foul, and just misses going in the tarp tube. I don't know why that is so exciting to me. It's kind of like playing skee ball or something when a foul ball goes in the tarp tube. Looks like a very old tarp tube. 0-2 still on Jacobson. James brings it. Ground ball, foul outside of third again. Hibbets looks like he's really comfortable down there at the hot corner. Really takes a special skill set to play third base. Got to have those lightning quick reflexes. Jacobson hanging in there, down 0-2. He's the second hitter in this bottom of the sixth inning. Kempner trailing 7-0. Anthony Marino led off with a single and reached second on an error. And there's another lift of the left leg, look back at second, but no throw from James. Jacobson guarding the plate, looks at one high, and it's 1-2.
Good idea. Good idea.
Marino being held a little bit close to the base as Monaco, the second baseman, is sneaking over near the bag. James looks back there, turns, makes the throw, and Marino is back in with a right hand. Well executed, though, by James and Monaco. He made the wheel-around move where the right-hander facing away from first base turned toward first before making that pickoff attempt. 1-2. Pitch on the way. Jacobson looks at one in the dirt, and it's 2-2. Jacobson with a slightly open stance. Here's the 2-2. There goes Marino. Swing and a miss. He's out, but Marino steals third. Slides in safely. A pretty good throw there by Wilson, but Marino got a good jump. So that's not really what Kempner wanted, although if you can imagine, had they sacrificed, then that would have worked. You get the runner to third with one out. Sixth strikeout for Reagan James, and now Thomas Moss. He's 0 for 2 with a 4th inning strikeout. He likes Metallica. Moss does. The James pitch way outside. Nice backhand. Wilson keeps the runner at third. That's Marino. Brian Luna waiting to bat next. Moss moving the bat in a circle behind his head. Pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Moss steps out, not to talk to a coach or anything, just to collect his thoughts. Tightens up the Velcro on one of his batting gloves. And it's actually Reagan James who stepped off the mound. He had to make some kind of adjustment. I'm not sure what. Okay, here we go. 1-1. Moss ready. Looks at a curve ball down. Marino moving off of third, but then backs up. That pitch a ball. It's 2-1 on Thomas Moss. James comes set at the belt. Now brings it. Moss fouls it off. Back to the screen. Coach Lestraco comes out of the dugout to get it. Two and two the count. Wilson given the sign. James nods. Now he comes set at the belt. Kicks and comes home. Breaking ball. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. Oh my goodness. I don't think that was there, but whatever. I'm not the umpire. Second looking strikeout for Moss, and each time it looked like it was off the outside corner. Now Luna 0 for 2. Peter Garcia waiting to bat next. Hopes he gets a chance. Here's the pitch. Outside. 1-0 on Luna.
Stay locked in.
Reagan James goes from the windup. Here's the pitch. Inside. You know he was pitching from the stretch earlier with just a runner at third. James lifts the hands over the head. Gets the sign, brings the 2-0. Fouled back. Luna hanging in there. Peter Garcia, who has a homer this year, is on deck. But Luna's got to find his way on base. Here's the pitch. That is high, 3-1.
Stay locked in right here. Stay locked in.
James looks over the top of his glove. Starts his windup and delivers. Upstairs, ball 4. Luna walks. Runners at the corners with 2 outs, and now it's Peter Garcia. Anthony Marino led off the inning with a single to left field, and he got by the left fielder Phipps. So that got him to second, and he stole a base as Jacobson was striking out. Moss struck out looking, so Marino's still at third, but now Luna goes to first with his base on balls, and Peter Garcia comes up. He's 1 for 2 with a double in the 4th. James is ready and delivers. And that gets underneath Wilson, and that will score a run. Marino comes home from third. Luna moves from first to second. So there's a runner in scoring position, and Kempner is finally on the board. They trail 7-1. And I believe we got to call that a pass ball rather than a wild pitch. Drew Walker waiting to bat next if Garcia can keep this going. 1-0. Reagan James kind of moving the dirt around on the mound where his left foot lands as he delivers the ball. Garcia digs in, slightly open stance. Breaking ball, missed the inside corner. It's 2-0. Looks like somebody's heading for the bullpen on the Angleton side, maybe. I'll see if I can figure out who they will warm up, if anyone. 2-0 the count on Garcia. Here's the pitch. And he gives it a big rip but fouls it back into the net. One and one to Peter Garcia. His family usually calls him Brandon. Here's the 1-1. And he chops it toward third. I guess it bounced up and hit his foot. So foul ball, 1-2. Correction, should be 2-2, I believe. Scoreboard says 1-2. I think the umpire's going to hold up some fingers for us so we can be sure. Yes, indeed, it is 2-2. Thank you, Blue. Garcia's got to come up with something here. Here we go. Reagan James brings it. Check swing in the dirt. The count is full. Wait a minute, they said he went around. Oh my goodness. It's a swinging strikeout and that ends the inning. We will go to the top of the seventh. Angleton is leading 7-1. Kempner scratches one out there, but they're still down by 6, and we'll continue on VypeFortBend.com.
For nearly a decade, Comcast has been helping students get ready. We've connected 4 million low-income students to low-cost, high-speed Xfinity internet. We're working with hundreds of school districts across the country to sponsor free internet and laptops. And now, we're turning 1,000 community centers into lift zones, Wi-Fi-enabled safe spaces to study, so more students have the tools they need to be ready for anything. Learn more at comcast.com/education.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there's one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
We mean everything. We take care of you, so you can take care of business. Office Depot Office Max. Taking care of business.
We'd like to thank the folks at Office Depot, Southwest Freeway at Williams Trace in Sugar Land, taking care of business every day so we can bring you Fort Bend County sports every week. We go to the top of the 7th. Angleton leading 7-1. Hayden Hibbets leads off to be followed by Preston Wilson and Carrion Goins. Benitez still in there pitching for Kempner. His second pitch to Hibbets is fouled back. It's 0-2. The right-hander who came on in relief of Jacobson, Roxanne, brings the 0-2. It's high. It is a school night. That's unfortunate, but next week, no school. Hibbets asks for time, steps out. 1-2 the count on the third baseman for Angleton, who has hit into a fielder's choice and lined out to right field before walking in the fifth. The 1-2 looks at a curve down and away. He held up. Good idea. Here's the pitch by Benitez. Swing and a miss. Good job by Jerson. Jerson came on and got a clean inning when he relieved Jacobson in the sixth. But he didn't get a strikeout. Just got one. Now it's Preston Wilson. First pitch swinging. Ground ball to Marino at short. Throws out the catcher. Right on target. 2 away. Now Carrion Goins struck out, grounded to first, and got a single in the fifth. But was caught stealing. Drew Walker threw him out. Join us on Friday for Dulles hosting Huntsville. 2 games on Saturday. Elkins at Shadow Creek. There's a ground ball to Garcia at third. Scoops, throws in the dirt, and safe. Throwing error on Garcia. Jarneau tried to pick it, couldn't do it. Sorry, I was in the middle of telling you what we're going to do for you on Saturday. We'll have the 10 a.m. game between Elkins and Shadow Creek at Shadow Creek, and then we'll go to the peaceful bucolic streets of Pheasant Creek and bring you the game between Austin and these Angleton Wildcats. So the runner at first is Goins, safe on the error. And there's the pitch to, is that Jason Jones? Yes, it is. He's batted the last 2 times. Evan Farr was DHing for him earlier. Here goes the runner on the 0-1 pitch, and it bounces off of Walker's mitt. It was a pitch bounced in there, and so it's a stolen base for Carrion Goins. Runner in scoring position with 2 away, and the count is 1-1 on Jason Jones, who walked. Correction, I'm sorry. He didn't walk. He did a lot more than that. He doubled in the fifth. Here's the pitch. It's high. I'll double check my scorebook before we let you go, but I think that error that allowed Goins to reach was the third Kempner error of the night. There's a ground ball back to the pitcher, Benitez. He throws over to Jarneau, and that'll do it for Angleton. Let's see. No runs on no hits, 1 error, 1 man left on, and we will go to the bottom of the 7th.
Archer Volkswagen showroom is open, and our team's excited to help you. Visit our sales department Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Or bring your car in for service from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're closed on Sundays to rest and recharge with our families, so we can serve you well through the week. We hope to see you soon.
Hello fans, this is Bradley Stabenow with Needville Insurance. We know Fort Bend County. I'm a 4th generation resident of Fort Bend. I'm your local, hometown, trusted agent. With over 30 carriers and 9 auto insurance carriers, we shop the insurance for you. We know insurance is hard. We know it's complicated. We make it easy for you. We have Spanish speakers here available for you. Call us at 979-793-7411 or needvilleinsurance.com. Once again, call us 979-793-7411.
Kempner is down 7-1, and here they are with their last at bat. Drew Walker stands in. Reagan James still pitching for Angleton, and a curveball starts the at-bat in there for a strike, 0-1. Walker 1 for 2 with a second inning single. James brings the 0-1, and that's a ground ball towards second off the end of the bat. Monacle charging, makes the play, gets it over to Nolasco in time. Very important out for Angleton. Trying to square their district record at 2-0. I'm sorry, at 1-1 after losing to Kempner 4-0.
Now batting, Jerson Benitez.
Now Jerson Benitez is going to bat for Colton Green. James Roxanne brings it, curveball in there. He's been getting great movement on that breaking ball. And he is anxious to throw the next pitch. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss. James has the glove in front of his face. Now Roxanne fires. And did he get him? Yes, he did. Either caught part of his hand or the left hip or something, but Benitez is on with a hit by pitch. Now it's Cole Jarneau.
Now batting, Cole Jarneau.
And Coach Lestraco has come out of the dugout for Angleton. And I wonder if he's going to take the ball from Reagan James. He hasn't done that yet. Now he does. Reagan James is going to get a well-earned ovation. If there were more Angleton fans who had made the trip, it would be a louder ovation. But he's been great. And we'll try to close the book on him best that we can. While the new pitcher warms up, and who are they going to send out there? Well, it'll be a lefty. All right. The lefty is Cade Dobbs, a freshman. Cade Dobbs, the freshman, will come on, and he's got a brother named Gage Dobbs. I got some numbers on him, but I don't have any numbers on Cade Dobbs. So let's just take a break. We'll be back on VypeFortBend.com.
Become a Vype Insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype Insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
For nearly a decade, Comcast has been helping students get ready. We've connected 4 million low-income students to low-cost, high-speed Xfinity Internet. We're working with hundreds of school districts across the country to sponsor free internet and laptops. And now, we're turning 1,000 community centers into lift zones, Wi-Fi-enabled safe spaces to study, so more students have the tools they need to be ready for anything. Learn more at comcast.com/education.
The freshman Cade Dobbs comes on to face Cole Jarneau in a 7-1 game. Angleton on top of Kempner. 1 out and a runner at first base. The left-hander Dobbs brings it inside with the first pitch to Jarneau. So, what a magnificent job. Wow, Reagan James was great, giving up 1 run on 5 hits, struck out 7, walked only 1, and hit 1 batter with the pitch. That being Benitez, as the second pitch is a ball to Jarneau, 2-0. So can't close the book on Reagan James yet because the runner at first is his responsibility. Jarno ready. Here's the pitch from the lefty, and it's a wild pitch. It goes all the way to the screen through the mitt of the catcher Wilson, and Benitez moves to second. So if Angleton was angling for the game-ending double play, that's kind of off the table now. And the count is 3-0 on Jarno. But this is a low-leverage situation, ideal for the freshman, Dobbs. Here's the 3-0. Jarno swinging at 3-0 when he's down by 6. And it bounces off the shortstop's glove. That's Jones. And yet Benitez gets himself thrown out. He should have stayed at second. He tried to get to third.
Let's not give him an inch.
Oh.
Can't give up out, man. Let's go.
Kempner could have had runners at first and second with one out.
Now batting Cody Couple.
But Benitez tried to get from second to third, and Jones, the shortstop, that was an easy decision for him to make. So it's Kempner down to its final out. And Cody Cuffle, the left-handed swinger against the lefty Dobbs, looks at the first one outside with a curveball. 0-1. So you got Jarno safe at first on a fielder's choice. Angleton trying to close it out. They lead 7-1. Dobbs takes a deep breath and brings it. Foul ball down the left field line, twisting, out of play. Cade pitching to Cody. Nothing in one, the count. Nobody holding Jarno on to first. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss at a curveball. And now the Cougars are down to their final strike. It is 1-2. Dobbs brings it downstairs, and that hit him in the leg. Cody Cuffle is on. The second hit by pitch of the inning.
Now batting number 17, Anthony Marino.
Now Anthony Marino, who scored the only run of the night for Kempner, stands in with runners at first and second. Kempner could have the bases loaded if they had not run themselves into an out earlier this inning. Pitch outside to Marino, 1-0. His first look at the freshman left-hander, Dobbs. This would be a crazy comeback if Kempner pulled it off. Not saying I'm predicting it or anything. The 1-0, swing and a miss. Foul tip into the mitt of Wilson, the catcher. And there's a swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Marino steps out, knocks the mud out of the spikes. Kempner down to its final strike. Dobbs looks back at second, pitch on the way, and it's a little bleeder toward third. That's going to be tough. Tibbetts comes on to run, and it's too late. He can't even throw it. He has to eat it. And the bases are loaded, and Jacobson is coming up.
Batting number 33, Nathan Jacobson.
That can be frustrating about baseball. I mean, you think about what Dobbs just did. He induced the weakest of contact by Marino. Just a little bleeder toward third. But it goes down as a hit. There you got Jarno. He's at third. Cuffle is at second. Marino is at first. And Nathan Jacobson could make this kind of interesting if he yanks one out of here. There is no wind to help him do it, but he has the capability of hitting a home run. Lefty working to righty. Freshman working to senior. Pitch on the way. High in the air. This should do it. It's the center fielder Uribe. Moves in, squeezes it. And that is your ball game. We'll be back with the totals after this on VypeFortBend.com.
I'll never forget the day I decided to go out for the football team. Mr. Banks, the JV football coach and my history teacher, asked me to stay after class. I thought I was in trouble. He said, "Hey, Darius, have you thought about going out for football? I think you'd be great." Fact is, I never played football. Fact is, I never had anyone tell me I'd be great at something. So, with no experience at all, I signed up. And a week later, I padded up and was running drills on the field. I never was great, but playing high school sports was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I was accepted by my teammates, and I learned that when someone believes in you, you can believe in yourself.
Encourage a student you know to take part in a high school sport. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
First Tire and Automotive has been putting your health and your car safety first for over 20 years. First Tire and Automotive stands for family, integrity, reliability, service, and trust. That's why Fort Bend families know take your vehicle to First Tire and Automotive first and forever. Check out the website for service and savings at firsttireandauto.com. Make your appointment today. With 4 great locations, Eldridge, First Colony, Greatwood, and now in Cinco Ranch, there is one around the corner from you. All 4 stores now open on Saturday. FirstTireandAuto.com.
This exclusive VypeFortBend.com presentation of Kempner Cougars baseball has been brought to you tonight by Xfinity, the future of awesome. By First Tire and Auto, 4 great Fort Bend County locations where you can get the best services for tires, the best prices on tires, great prices on service. Anything your vehicle needs to run at its very best, and all 4 of the locations are open Monday through Saturday, including the one on Eldridge Road, very close to Kempner High School. Visit FirstTireandAuto.com. They got coupons on the website, and you can print them out and save a lot of money. By Archer Volkswagen, open since 1956 and ready to serve you. Archer Volkswagen is on Highway 59 South, just inside the Sam Houston Tollway. You will feel like family at Archer Volkswagen. And by the Needville Insurance Agency, put hundreds of dollars back in your pocket when Bradley Stavanaugh, thank you, when Bradley Stavanaugh and his team shop all those insurance carriers and find you the very lowest premium. You don't even have to leave your house. Call Bradley and he will save you. He won't shave you. If you asked him, maybe he would. He'll save you money on your car or your home or both. Call 979-793-7411 or NeedvilleInsurance.com for the Needville Insurance Agency. Well, it wasn't pretty for the Kempner Cougars, but the good news is they are 1-1 in district play. Angleton was desperate and played like it, played very well, and they improved to 1-1 in their district games. Kempner's next district game is on the 11th of March against Lamar Consolidated. For Angleton, 7 runs on 11 hits. They committed 1 error and they left 6 runners on base. Kempner, 1 run on 5 hits, 3 errors, and 10 runners left on base. So a great performance by Reagan James, giving up just the 1 run, 5 hits, 7 strikeouts, 1 walk, and 1 hit by pitch. So he is the winning pitcher, and it is Nathan Jacobson who takes the loss. The time of the game was 2 hours and 14 minutes. So if you like to listen to VypeFortBend.com, we got more for you if the weather cooperates on Friday. We'll have the Dulles Vikings hosting the Huntsville Hornets on Friday night at 6:45 p.m. Then we're planning on doing 2 games on Saturday at 10 o'clock It is Elkins at Shadow Creek, and then at 1 o'clock we'll have Austin taking on these very Angleton Wildcats. So for Bob McKay, Merle Bertrand, Josh Cargile, Suna Venkat, and the entire VypeFortBend.com team, Roger Smith saying so long from Sugarland, where the Kempner Cougars fall 7-1 to Angleton. Good night, everybody, and we'll talk to you on Friday.